seasoned veterans and squad newcomers can easily shrink under the bright lights of a massive occasion, and few matches are bigger in club football than a Champions League night against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. Tottenham Hotspur manager Mauricio Pochettino entrusted multiple youngsters versus the European champions, in part because the Spurs manager had no other choice, and one could argue no two players were more impressive than midfielder Harry Winks and centre-back davinson Sanchez. Winks, unquestionably playing in the biggest match of his career to date, never looked overwhelmed, even when matched up with former Tottenham playmaker Luka Modric. Modric would have been man of the match if not for the heroics of Spurs goalkeeper Hugo Lloris, but Winks put club football on notice with his stunning distribution rate and his ability to remain calm even when pressed by players he's likely admired over the years. Winks did well to close defenders down on multiple occasions, his most important task on a night where Spurs routinely conceded possession, and he didn't shy from pressing forward and inserting himself into attacking sequences. His top highlight came when he remained sturdy and kept his feet when fouled from behind before playing a clever touch that began the sequence which ended with Tottenham frontman Harry Kane forcing Raphael Varane's own goal. At the beginning of the week, logic suggested Spurs would suffer if Moussa Dembélé couldn't play because of yet another injury setback. One must now wonder if Pochettino will find it difficult to replace Winks so long as his latest evolved product is fit and healthy to start against the likes of Liverpool on Premier League weekends. Winks appears to be improving with every performance, and Tottenham supporters understandably are counting down the days until they see more. Sanchez, meanwhile, is quickly looking like the capture of the season and one that should silence critics of chairman Daniel Levy for at least a couple of days. Yes, Cristiano Ronaldo managed to blow past the defender and several of his teammates during a scintillating run made in the second half before an attempt on goal was denied by Lloris. Just about every Ronaldo opponent faces such a nightmare at least once. He is the world's top footballer, maybe the best of his generation and probably the world's top overall athlete. Outside of the moment and Ronaldo's spot kick, one he played no part in other than depositing it after Serge Aurier committed a silly penalty in the box, the unnamed 2017 Ballon d'Or winner was largely kept in check. Sanchez, serving as a reliable presence, allowed Jan Vertonghen to play on the left wing and press forward knowing he had help in the duo of the Colombian and Toby Alderweireld. Those worried about his aggressive nature saw a composed defender who didn't lose his cool, didn't have stars in his eyes when up against Ronaldo, and who nearly found the back of the net with a header that teased sneaking inside of the far post in the second half. Like Ronaldo, Sanchez grew stronger with every 10 minutes of action. His best outing in a Tottenham kit couldn't have come at a better time. The one number you won't see on a stat sheet from Tuesday's contest is 21. That's the ages of the two players spotlighted in this piece. Neither man is a finished product, and both will frustrate fans and Pochettino with future mistakes bound to be made by individuals learning on the job. Consider, though, what Pochettino has done with others who became lineup mainstays. Harry Kane is one of the best finishers in the world. Dele Alli would be worth 9 figures if put on the open market today. Danny Rose will owe his current boss a night out on the town whenever he completes a future big money move to either Manchester United or Manchester City. Now, remember, Winks is still looking for his full form after returning from an ankle injury he suffered last spring, and also that Pochettino has only worked with Sanchez for 2 months. Grabbing a point at the Bernabeu is a massive step toward qualifying for the knockout stages of the Champions League, but Tuesday's 11 draw was about so much more. Spurs were not only up for the challenge of facing Real. Tottenham chased a win throughout the final 20 minutes, and a pair of 21-year-olds nearly produced a winner more than once during that period of play. Pochettino now has video proof Winks, Sanchez and others under his tutelage have nothing to fear when facing the world's best.